Good morning, boys and girls. Today's lesson we are going to film outside, and the reason why is because we are going to look at the bees. So right behind me there are 3 beehives. Let's say beehive. Okay, beehive is bee's house. So since this week we are talking about bees and especially honeybees, we will go in and see how they live. So very important to know about bees is that they are the oldest insects on this planet. They were here even before the dinosaurs. The reason why is because they needed to pollinate crops, fruits, vegetables, garden trees, and everything else that blooms. So besides being an insect, bees are called social insects, which means that they communicate with each other. And one way they communicate is that they dance. And when they dance, the other bees know where exactly the source of pollen is, how far they have to fly, and they know is it south, north, east, or west, and they're able to communicate that information from one to the other. So hopefully today we will see how bees dance, or the other words, communicate with each other. There are different kinds of bees in one hive. There are working bees, the ones that bring pollen in and turn into honey. There are bees that feed the little babies. There are bees that take care of queen. There are bees that control the temperature in the hive. There are bees that cool down the honey before they sealed in the honeycomb. So there are all sorts of different tasks. It's very similar to our classrooms where we have different tasks. So they have the same different tasks as well. All right, so before we start, we are going to put on protective gears on. And I have my daughter Anya with me. She's going to help us look at the bees as well. All right, so we are all geared up.
Hi.
We have protective nets and gloves and clothes, so the bees not going to get our faces. And Luke is smoking them down with the smoker to calm them down so we can get into a beehive. Now this is the second layer of the beehive, and you never know where we're going to see here.
Well, what I do is check for activity. Like this is all pollen. The yellow, all the different colors, that's all pollen collected. That's the protein that they feed, that the bees convert into royal jelly. Then I also look for queen cups, swarm cells, health of the hive. See? Uneven comb.
We're building it the wrong way. Something went wrong there.
They probably don't like the foundation.
Could be. Oh.
So in here we have eggs everywhere.
Do you see it?
Widzisz jajeczka? Ty masz chyba dobre oczy, młode oczy. A tutaj zobacz. There's one with pollen on his legs.
Yeah.
He's looking for a place to put it. Tutaj wszędzie jajka.
It's okay. They're flying all over us, everywhere around us. So some honeycombs are
So this is
sealed.
larvae inside, this is brood. And typically what they do is pollen and then honey on the outside. So this is honey here. When it's capped, that's considered honey ready. When it's open, it's not ready. Ja, czego się boisz? Zobacz, jakie tutaj te.
A dancing bee.
So that's a fresh bee. This one is still fuzzy.
Okay, show it to me which one.
This one is fresh, just hatched.
Okay.
This one's dancing.
Show me the dancing one.
This one.
Hold on. Let me zoom out.
It's those ones that vibrate a lot and they start doing circles and things like that. Those are the dancing
Oh,
ones.
here it is. Here she is. Yeah. So it means the amplitude is very low. It means the source is very close. Tells the other bees where to go. And believe it or not, boys and girls, they know which way is north, south, east, west. Those are cardinal directions we have been learning since September. Girls, that concludes our lesson for now. We are going to take our gears off and let's say thank you to Luke for showing us his bees and explaining us how it works, and we will in the future we will visit you again. All right.